In part 1 we downloaded QDrill, we installed it, and we went through a quick example of how to train a neural network and then use it for scoring using the command line SQL statements. Now we're going to see how we can set up IBM SPSS Modeler to work with QDrill. So basically it will make it easier for you to use QDrill without writing any code, just with the graphical user interface of the modeler. And to do so, we need to a drill RODBC driver, the IBM SPSS Modeler version 18, the SPSS Modeler R Essentials for version 18, the R software version 3.2.1, and from within R we need to install the RODBC package. So after installing these software, I'm gonna go through installing some of them. So basically within R you need to install the RODBC, and to do so you just need to type install.packages RODBC, you hit enter, and then you select where you want to download it, click OK, and that's basically it. And then for the RODBC, you just need to search for RODBC and then open it. And then once you're there, you can go to the system DNS. In the system DNS, click add, and then you'll find the map R drill RODBC driver. You hit finish, and then just type any source name, any name you want. If you're running it on a local host, then you should use the local host as the IP address and the default port. If you're running it on some server or in a cluster, then this should be the IP address of one of the nodes you have. The authentication needs to be basic authentication, and then you supply admin and password admin as your username and password, and hit OK. If you hit test, then since you're already running QDrill in the back end, remember that's the QDrill where we did the command line analytics, so it needs to be up and running in order to be able to connect to it. So we have this in the background, and now the RODBC is set and we can connect successfully to it. Okay, so that's for RODBC and for the R package. And then from the SPSS Modeler, so this is the SPSS Modeler, we need to go to extensions, custom node dialog builder, and then from there we need to open, search for the custom QDrill node that you downloaded from the QDrill website. It has an MPE extension. You hit open, and this is basically it. You just need to hit install. Once you hit install, then in the modeling tab you go to classification, and then at the far end you'll find the QDrill node. You can just drag and drop it and use it later on. So I made an example using QDrill nodes. So this is my example here. So you need a data source. So from sources you can select a source from here, a database source, and in here you just need to specify the RODBC connection you just created, and then in the SQL statement you need to alter, remember the statement where you change the store to the model store plugin so that you can save the Weka models in their binary formats. So this is basically the only configuration you need to do. And then you put the QDrill node, so you just drag and drop it from here, and if you double click on it, then you can set up the configuration. It comes with a default configuration and that you can use. So basically this is the model name, so I'm going to just name it Irish. So this is the second model, and then here you have the list of all the supported algorithms. So we're just going to repeat the same thing we did before using the command line. So I'm going to use the multi-layer perceptron here. Then I'm going to use the iris data. So this is the training data set, and this is the scoring data set, and these are the name of the classes I have. So since we have 3 flowers, so we have class 1 and 2 and 3, and then you specify the number of partitions as well. So you have 3 partitions, same thing we did using the command line, and we just hit OK. And if you don't have this golden nugget, so like when you run the QDrill for the first time, it's gonna get generated. So let me do that. So I'm just gonna run it, So now we got the golden nugget. And the model we just trained to do the scoring. Same thing we got in the command line. It's just like in a better and a table format here. So within SPSS Modeler, you can see how easy it is to use QDrill. And one last thing is, if you're using like this default configuration, is if you're using your local computer, like your local host. So this is the name. This is the name of your RODBC driver, right? And the connection type is direct. The host is localhost. So basically, if you're using some other server, then you need to change this. If you're using other than the default port, then you need to change this. Authentication type as well. And same here for the drill bit. You need to change this to the IP address of your server if it's not the local host. And if you want some other scheme other than the dfs.temp to be your default scheme, then you need to change this as well. Other than that, everything is straightforward. This is the name of the model you want to create. This is the algorithm you want to use. These are the names of the classes you have in your data. This is the training data file that you have on your local file system, on your distributed file system, HDFS, whatever. It depends on whatever you define here. So basically now it's gonna look in the temp folder in my local file system because I specified this as my scheme. If you want to use HDFS, then this needs to be HDFS. If you want to use Mongo, then this change to Mongo, and so on and so forth. This is the testing data. This is the file of unseen data that you want to label. And finally, this is the number of threads you want to create. And if you're running on a cluster, then you can have more and more partitions. So it's very easy to use QDrill from within SPSS Modeler, and that's pretty much it. Thank you.